Hey tubers, how are you today? I just thought I'd come on and show you my little find. I just love it. This, what you're looking at now, is a scarf that's actually covering my television. And I went out today not looking for a scarf to cover my television, and especially one with owls on. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And do you know how crazy this is? There's the colour of my wall, which is a bit different red, and there's the colour of this scarf. Now, I just love owls, and I was just then watching another video from the Alternate Cottage with, I can't remember the lady's name. Anyway, that lady in the Alternate Cottage in Ireland, and she was saying she would love to have some owls in her around her cottage and in her areas that she's built permaculture on the land. And I was thinking, how weird is that? Because I've just found this beautiful scarf that's got these amazing owls on, and that to me it looks like a tawny owl, but I don't know because it's brown. And I do have an owl that visits outside. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock, but it hoots and I do wake up and I go and look, and there it is perched literally on the fence outside my front window. I am so blessed. I love owls, and they represent or are symbolic of wisdom. So I decided I was going to have it on the back of my couch because it just looked so beautiful. I couldn't believe I found it today, and it only cost me £1. It was incredible. And symbolically, owls are wisdom. And I thought, wow, I just love that. Not that I was looking for it, as I say. I did have another find. I went out purposely to get tea lights. But on my journey to get tea lights, I had to go for a little wander. I'm just going to walk slowly back to, spin you around, to, let me spin you around, I'll get my words out in a second. I have to go shopping to the charity shops. And I found, let me see if I can get it up because it's actually burning at the minute, 2 of these, which is incense box. And inside there was some incense, but I don't burn their incense, I burn my own. And they were on sale for £3.50 each. Now this for me is the safest way to burn them, because if I do go out, at least I know the ash isn't going to fall on the ground and burn the carpet. Not that I've got carpet in here, but I have in the hall. I went out originally, here's the thing, let's see if we can get some light over here a minute. I went out to cover this. This is I've got my dream catchers hanging all over it at the minute. I wanted to make these that just Velcro on different because I'm bored of it, and I needed to get the dream catchers off there and put something else up. So it's a screen, like a 4-part screen, but I want to change these. So I purposely went out in the charity shops today to look for, let's just go into the hall a minute and I'll show you the other one. It's not the best vision of the hall because I've got the dryer in here, and here's the other box, and here's the other box smoking away quite happily. And it's just much safer that it doesn't actually fall on the floor down there and burn the carpet like the last one kind of did. Luckily we have got smokeless carpet, or whatever, non-fire retardant carpet. Yeah, so that was my £3.50. So for 2, I bought 2 of the boxes from the charity shop. So one can go in here. I've got one in my bedroom and one can go in the lounge because they're just so much safer than the ones that you just have a tray, because the stick can fall through, as it has done down here, and burn the carpet, and then you've got a problem. So this is my little hallway that I recently did, minus that, because that has to go in the cupboard and I've just been too lazy to do it. So I redid this hallway a while back to get the energy going. So we had the purple wall already, and so I just decided that I needed some more natural things in here. This has got to be replaced now. This is my dried lavender from last year, but every year on the summer solstice, as I may have mentioned in my litha video, how to make a wreath video, is that I burn all my old dried herbs, and like these are all the last year's dried herbs, and then I will burn all of these and then go and get fresh. But I love this little heart. I made everything on this table, including the basket. That basket is made out of paper. And my little frog, hello little frog, he's my money frog. And this is canvas, but that's not actually, that's a piece of wallpaper that I snatched from the local shop. I was in there with my friend, and my friend said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm just going to borrow some wallpaper." And they said, "What?" I said, "I'm just taking a sample." They said, "What for?" I said, "It's going to look really good as a picture in my hallway." They couldn't believe what I was doing. And then I did a purple, crazy woman, and then I did a purple dream catcher. And I've got my dragon down here, but he's been all colours, this poor dragon. He's been green, he's been red, and now he's purple. And over this side, I've done repainted my home, because that was again different colour, but I put it all into purple. I've made myself a rag heart wreath, and coming down here then, homemade whatever these are, what are they called, hearts, homemade basket, homemade everything other than the lavender and the bottle. Everything that was, I didn't like what was that looked like, so I decoupaged it with material. Get my words out. And then this was a charity shop find again, but it was dark brown, as was that table actually. That was a vintage table that was dark brown, and I painted it and sheeted it up and did all the rest of it. And then underneath here, it doesn't work at the minute because I've got all my incense. Another homemade box with all my incense in, and my brolly, another brolly, because I'm forever forgetting to go out with, and I still don't take them with me. And yeah, so behind me then, my other doors, I've got a wind chime on my front door. And above my door I've got my pentacle with beautiful roses on. And then my bathroom is here, homemade bathroom sign. Got 4 seconds left before we get cut off, and then I'm going to have to start again. And then here, where I've got my heart and my wreath at the moment, will be the litha wreath, will go in this space. Yeah, it's got so much energy here, it is kind of ridiculous. And even though it's only a small space, it actually feels really large. But I think that's the vibration of it, rather than the actual space. It's just, yeah, it's as soon as you walk in, actually, you trip into this property because it's got such protection on the front door. Most people fly in, they trip over, and they go, "What is it with me tripping into your house or into your apartment?" And I say, "I don't know, but everybody does it." So yeah, so I was out looking for the material for this, and I came then across, I then came across, see, all of that's going to get changed. I came across then that owl, I'll leave that on for a minute, actually I'll put the other ones on, that one on so we can see it. So then I came across, this. It's just so beautiful. I can't get my breath over it, I tell you. It's just magnificent. I've never been so excited about a scarf in all my life. How ridiculous is that? But the fact that it just so resonated with me when I saw it, I couldn't walk out of the shop without it. And then this week I've changed over, oh, let me just get you down here, some of my pictures, and I've incorporated some flowers, that the dog rose and things that are outside, and that's a homemade frame. And then I've put down here, again all charity shop frames, some beautiful buttercups, and some forget-me-nots in a frame. And then I've done some pansies that are growing out in my own garden. And this area's got to be changed a lot. I've got to do each one of the baskets yet, because it's not working for me anymore. I've got my plants up there. Yeah, I've got my homemade Reiki plaque, and some hearts, because I love hearts. And then I'm house sitting this particular plant up here for my niece, the one with the ladybug and the little, because she's gone off travelling again, and she keeps saying, will you house sit my plants? So yeah, and this one has given birth. We've got beautiful little babies coming, so I'm super happy about that. She's got some more around the back as well. And then this one, the mother-in-law's tongue, she's given birth as well. We've got a baby in here. She's grown real quick actually, because she was only poking her head through when I bought this about 2 months ago. So that's